Hey guys, Robisnow here, checking out the 13.12 update for Liftoff. Just gonna jump in on a few things here. So, if you didn't know already, the Pro League tournaments now, most of which are gonna have a prize for taking part, not taking part, a prize for coming first. So if you come first in the 2018 tournaments starting now, you have the opportunity to win a 2018 champion badge. So that's the Honkfest free and the green so far. I've not set a time in the Honkfest free, but the green, I'm sitting in 9th place. See if you can knock me out the top 10 people. I've got a couple of goes left in that, so yeah, we'll see. There's a link in the description below to what that the little medal looks like, badge, a trophy. There is also the multiplayer has been tweaked, where rather the chat in multiplayer has been tweaked. So if I jump in here, for example, you'll see people chatting, hopefully. So like if I go, hey guys, the chat now has a little color icon based on the color of your trail in multiplayer, and it's to help people separate out the comments, so it looks a bit nicer. I can see the honk typing there, so I'm hoping you get something in there for the sake of the video. Giant rabbit's gone A, and he's in like a slightly pinkier color, so it helps visualize the messages, so it's not a big wall of text. There is now mods in the multiplayer setting in the Pro League stuff, so we can, like, mods have the powers to like kick and ban people if they're being abusive. And they can change tracks and stuff and room settings if like someone's AFK for whatever reason. So there you go. There you go. DeHonk's asking people if they want to change rooms and so on. So that's cool. I'm going to jump out of there. So I'll say be right back because I do want to fly with them. There we are. And just show the big news, really. The biggest news of the update is that we have now got new motors. You can actually see them on the background there. So the Rotor Riot team up, because there is now a Rotor Riot logo on the splash screen. Rotor Riot have supplied 2 new motors that Liftoff for Liftoff. So we've now got the Oh My God motors and the Le Grip motors, which are Hypertrain motors. These ones are the Hypertrain Oh My God ones, 2150 kV. And these are the Hypertrain Drib motors with a 2650 kV. I'm just going to jump in here because some people don't think that it makes a difference changing your quad up. I'm just going to compare the two side by side, not side by side, but one after the other, and show you and explain how I feel they differ. So this is the 2650 kV motor, and I think, you know, they are. I'm not. They're very punchy. Like if I just hit the throttle quite high. They will hit a top speed of about 85, 86 if I've got like a slight tilt, and if I'm diving they'll go even faster. But yeah, I'm not. They're very good for racing, I feel, because you can get super top end. But this area of the stick I like to be in, it's just too fast. At like the lower end of the area of the stick I like to be, it can be a bit too quick for some of the tight stuff. Like there, I just fail because it's going too fast around there. It doesn't, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Who knows? But top speed of about 86. And then if we compare the 2150 kV motors, which is the Hypertrain Oh My God ones, there's something about them. They just feel a bit smoother. If that's like, I don't know if that's a fair comment. But they certainly don't feel as punchy. Like there's a lot lower end sort of control with the throttle. So like down mid stick, I'm going quite slow. If I'm going forwards, 30 miles an hour, and it just feels like you don't really get fast. See, even there I'm at 50, and it doesn't get fast until I really punch it. So 81 there, 85 on a dive, but if we flatten that out, it's about 82, 83 miles per hour. And I quite like this more, so for like videos and stuff, this is probably the sort of motor setup I would use, because it just, I feel like it's got a much smoother control. like, I know my rates play a factor in this, but throttle wise, this motor just feels nicer. I probably wouldn't use it for the races just because at this range on the throttle, it doesn't have that much variation. It's like this whole section of throttle, if you look at the stick input on the bottom of the screen, there's a lot of control down here for very small degrees of speed difference, and then like the very top end of the throttle, it jumps by 20 miles per hour, so it's very punchy on the very top end, but by comparison the 2650 kV motors are a little bit faster top end, but more punchy all the way through. So they've got a sort of smoother or a more even punch. Maybe not. They're just punchy. But there you go. They're my thoughts on the motors. I will probably stick with the ones I'm using just because I'm used to them, and then I don't have to like readjust to anything. But there you go, guys. That is the 13.12 update for Liftoff. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.